We're now going to look at installing Google Sitekit onto our WordPress site. So why do we want Google Sitekit? Well, it contains Google Analytics, and you can also go to your Search Console over there to see some statistics and analytics about your website. So before I dive in installing and configuring Google Sitekit, let's have a quick look at the actual, what it looks like. So I'm just dragging in another site that I have it already installed on over here, and we're on that site's dashboard here, and as you can see, I've got Google Sitekit installed over there. So I click on it, and this is basically what it looks like. Now this is on a brand new site, basically not much traffic to speak of, but that's what sort of any new site would look like. So if you look at Google Sitekit, you can see at the top here, you've got 3 bits there. You've got traffic, so it shows you a little bit about your traffic to your site over a period of time. So you can have last 7 days, 14, 28 and 90 days. You can also have a custom filter. And then content, it shows you a little bit about your content and your site speed. So these bits are just, if you scroll down, you see the rest of it. So just looking at users, it shows you, over time, sort of users to your website. It shows you the channels by which users found your site. So whether it's organic search, direct search, social search, the locations they came from, United Kingdom, United States, Australia, India, and so on, and also the devices which they used to find your site. And then you've got some other views over here: clicks, impressions, unique visitors to your site over time. Again, you've got some graphs over there, and then you've got just bits and pieces around your content, what people type in to find your site, and so on. So you can see it's quite useful to have, and it's still working out site speed factors. So you can see it's quite useful to have Google Sitekit on your site, but also not only for the fact of seeing what's going on your site with regards to traffic and visits and things like that, and analysis of which pages are popular on your site, but also to let Google know that your site exists, because the more you integrate your site with Google's tools, the more Google becomes aware of you, and sort of and that helps your site getting indexed as well. So it's a kind of a win-win situation. Just one last thing before we start the installation process. You can see, if I scroll down, you'll see like little links here. So I should have, yeah. So over here, I have a link to my Google Analytics account. So when I click on that, it will take me straight into the actual Google Analytics dashboard. And the same over here, this graph over here, if I click on the bottom there, Search Console, it will take me straight into the Search Console bit toolkit of Google. Now I'll be looking at these in later session or other videos, but just let you know. Yeah, and then from there you can look at the more breakdown of the statistics. Okay, so I'm just going to get rid of this, and then we are going to come back to our demo site to do the installation of Google Sitekit. So let's bring in our site over here. So here we go, and I'm just going to expand that. There we go. So I'm going to log into my site, and here we go. Right, so we have our dashboard over here. I see there's some plugins I need to update still, so but we can do that later. Let's click on plugins. Okay, so I have to update a couple of plugins, so we can just do that now. It is a live site. You shouldn't update plugins on a live site, just in case it breaks it. You do that on a staging area, but what the heck, it's a brand new site. We hardly have any visitors, or have no visitors at the moment. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to say add in a new plugin. So we're going to install Google Sitekit. So add new plugin, and then over here, the plugin library, I'm going to search for Google Site Kit. Should come up, and you can see there it is. So it's, you know, it's got fairly good ratings. It's got plenty of installs. It's been updated 3 days ago, and it's compatible with my version of WordPress. So as with every plugin install that I do, I always check these 4 factors at the bottom just to make sure that, you know, it's got a fair rating, it's got a fair few installations, it's getting looked after, and it's compatible. And then I go ahead and I hit install now, and it's installed, and I activate it. There we go. So what I can do is I can either just go straight into the Start Setup button over here, or I can look on the left here in my menu. I can click on Site Kit, and I can do it from there as well. But it's just easy, you know, to just click on Start Setup, and it's now telling me that I need to connect. Now, of course, to connect with Google Site Kit, you will need a Google address or Gmail address for your site. So what I've done is, and what I do for these sort of little blogs that I run, is I create a Google account for each of them. And as you'll see in the backup, the site backup video that I've made, I also have a Google account there, because I just send the backups that Updraft take. I send those backups to Google Drive. So yeah, there are a few benefits of having a Google account with your website in this case, or in the case the way that I do it. So let's have a look what we need to do here. We need to connect to Google Analytics. So like I said, I've already got a Gmail address for this one, and I'm going to go and sign in with Google. Now I just need to have a look over there what my email addresses and stuff are for this site. So it is Doggo, I think it's Doggo8. Yeah, Doggo8. Is that it? Doggo info. I wish. Okay, info8. Doggo info8 at gmail.com. Okay, and then I've got one of these really tricky passwords I just need to copy on the other side of the screen. It's again one of those passwords you can't remember, you can't type, which I always suggest you do, is get really secure passwords. Okay, so I'm just going to say, you know, tick all these boxes. I don't care about this Gmail address. It's not one that I use personally. It's purely just for the site, so I don't mind what access they need to get this going. And there we go. So I have to verify it. So to verify that you own Doggo info, I need a verification token on my site's HTML code. So verify, and let's see what we have to do here. Okay. So turn on metrics in your dashboard. Yeah, why not? I'm just clicking through, to be honest with you, just verify, click, setup, click, next, click, just to get this through these screens, and we can, okay, well, apparently, okay, right, okay, so now I have to create a property for Google Analytics. So I've got an account, doggoinfo.com, all website data. Yep, so it is setting up a property for my Google Analytics in my Google Analytics account. So as you can see here, this will create both a Google Analytics 4 and Universal Analytics property. Now, Google Analytics 4 or GA4, if you have Analytics already, you'll notice that you have to migrate over to Google Analytics 4 or GA4, and depending on the time or the date you watch this video, it might be old news, but just make sure that you migrate over to the GA4 version of the analytics property. There are instructions. Google does give you instructions within the analytics dashboard, so don't worry about that. So I'm just going to create this account, and hopefully we will be there. So Dogger info 8, yeah, that's my, okay, so I have to give some permissions again. So these are just to the different parts of SiteKit, because it's got analytics, it's got search console, it's got all sorts of stuff. So there's some legalese you have to read through if you have the appetite for that. Tick some boxes, ticking some boxes, and I accept. Now, it's not always good practice to just tick boxes and accept terms and conditions. I always recommend that you read through terms and conditions and stuff like that, but I've set up SiteKit so many times, I'm just clicking through, you know, it's just an account for this site. But if you do anything with your personal accounts or any sort of other terms and conditions, please read through them, make sure you understand them, you know, for privacy and all sorts of data sharing and all sorts of things. Don't take this example of me just clicking through stuff. Just had to say that. So go to my dashboard, and here we go. Congrats on, I can't speak today. Congrats on completing the setup for analytics. Even a little guy with a flag there. We're all good. Okay, got it. Okay, got it. And there we go. Look, you've even got a monetization bit over there, but with no traffic, there's no monetization at the moment. So let's get some traffic first. So it's gathering data at the moment. I don't think it's going to find lots of data because, like I said, this is a new site that I'm setting up just to go through these kind of tutorials for you guys. Yeah, so it's gathering data. So it's all looking good. So that's it. That is Google Analytics, Google SiteKit setup with analytics and Search Console and so on. So if you have any questions, just let me know. There's an email in the About tab of this YouTube channel where you can find my email address. So thanks.